New tonight, signs of turmoil in Arizona's fast-growing school voucher program.
Top administrators have quit. A huge budget deficit is forecast. Team 12's Bram Resnick joins us with more questions than answers about what's going on. Bram?
Yeah, Mark, here's why there are more questions than answers. There is little accountability or transparency in how $500 million in your tax money is spent on school vouchers that allow every Arizona student to attend private or parochial school. That's the way the law was written. That said, here's what we do know about three major developments. Before Tom Horne picked her to run the state's $500 million school voucher program, Christina Curso was a prominent voucher advocate.
Your previous experience is running a medical office, a small medical office. Do you think you're up to the job?
I'm an administrator. Yes, I'm up to the job.
Today, Curso is out of a job. She and her top deputy abruptly resigned from their roles overseeing empowerment scholarship accounts for 60,000 students. An education department spokesman said Christina Curso has explained to the department that she took the ESA position to clean up the program, and having successfully done that, she has chosen to move on. Curso couldn't be reached for comment. Republican school superintendent Tom Horne has put his internal auditor in charge of the ESA program.
He's trying to avoid scrutiny and cover up some things that may point to fraud and misuse of this program.
Voucher critic Beth Lewis believes there is more to the shakeup. Horne declined to be interviewed about what a spokesman described as a personnel issue. Democratic Attorney General Chris Mays wants to know more.
There's no accountability, and they are spending hundreds of millions of dollars of taxpayer money, and that needs to be looked at.
The state's top prosecutor put out a call on social media for examples of potential fraud or abuse in the ESA program. And a new report by Governor Katie Hobbs' staff warns of a $320 million budget deficit next year to pay for ballooning ESA enrollment. If the budget hole gets that deep, it's unclear where the money to fill it would come from. And if you're one of the Arizona families who takes advantage of school vouchers, the question we hear most often are about delays in getting reimbursements for school-related spending. Keep an eye on whether that improves or gets worse after the shakeup.
When this was put in place by the legislature, there were no guardrails. That was one of the red flags, is that it was rife for abuse from someone who made a lot of money and said, hey, I pay taxes, why shouldn't my kid get this, even though they didn't need the money? What would it take for this to be re-examined and maybe put some guardrails in there? And the deficit also should worry anybody.
Two possibilities. The legislature would have to change it, unlikely because it's still in Republican control.
Right.
Or it goes to a statewide vote. And as we know, the last time ESAs went to a statewide vote in 2018, I believe, they lost big. So ultimately, it would have to take a statewide vote, given the current situation, to change that. That would be in 2024. Right now, I'm not aware of any plans to do that.
And we were just discussing this in the newsroom, saying this could be an entire series of every loophole and things and guardrails that need to be put into place.
There's so much we don't know about this program.